Hey guys, in this video we're going to be reading out comments that you guys have sent us on all my social media platforms. Yeah, let's go. Okay guys, welcome back to the Aspie world. I'm Dan. I have Aspergers syndrome, ADHD, OCD and dyslexia. I guess that you are returning to this video because you know who I am, but if you don't know who I am, that's who I am. And if you want to see more videos like this, then click that subscribe button. And yeah, let's get into this video. Right, I'm joined by Charl Davis from Charl Davis Tattoos, obviously. Yo. MTV tattoo star, just the two of us, like the full kind of like 9 yards here on YouTube. Actually doing the YouTube channel herself. Link is in the description below, so check that out. Right, we asked everybody, we put a picture, and I'll insert that picture here on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and said, hey, ask us questions, and a bunch of you guys did. So I've compiled a list, which I'll put the question on the screen, like who asked what. So we'll just go through this list and we'll see if we can answer these questions accordingly. So I think, John, I'll go for the ones that were on Facebook and Twitter first, because these ones we're looking at. Okay, right. So first question we have here is from someone saying, do you have any tattoos from Charl? And if not, would you get one?
Be careful how you answer this.
I don't have any tattoos from Charl yet, but it has been topical conversation today where we were talking about actually getting some tattoos done. So I do want to get a tattoo from Charl, and actually I think I want to get Charl's mum tattooed on my chest. So I'm going to get a picture of Charl's mum tattooed on my left.
Shelley! No, actually I'm quite annoyed about it. I'm not going to do it.
Alright, so I'm going to get Shelley to tattoo a picture of herself on me because she's an apprentice here, isn't she?
So basically my mum is Dan's top fan.
She is. I love it. Awesome. Shelley, if you're watching this, like,
oh for God's sake.
Right, moving on. As a female on the spectrum, how many times were you misdiagnosed before getting a proper diagnosis? Okay,
so I was diagnosed with depression, and depression, okay, it comes hand in hand with autism, but obviously there was a lot more to it than just depression. And I was never actually officially diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, but there were talks with my therapist about that. But yeah, that obviously isn't what my diagnosis was.
Right, sounds interesting. Okay, so the next one, do you want to read this one out?
I'm a female and have only just got a diagnosis at the age of 30. I can't seem to see the positives of having autism. I feel like I say and do everything wrong. Is this a feeling I will overcome?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's about being empowered rather than being kind of like overwhelmed. So like people kind of, because like, you know, you say things wrong and we all like mess up, but it makes sure it's empowering, okay? Like, yes, I can't like go to like the middle of London on my own and order a coffee or something because that's way too overwhelming for me. But I keep it empowering. So what? That makes me cool. I love to like do other things that are cool. So just don't compare yourself to what you think you should be. Just embrace what you are.
Yeah, just don't compare yourself to others. You don't have to be like anybody else. You just do yourself and just try and embrace it as much as you can, because there's nothing wrong with being a little bit different.
Absolutely not. What are the things you are most tired of hearing as a female on the spectrum?
So as a female, I get really sick of hearing you don't look autistic.
Oh my God.
And especially because I work in TV as well, you know, people just can't get over the fact that I'm on television, and you know, you can't be autistic if you're on television. You can't be, you know, career minded and like business minded and career driven, and
there's a lot of ignorance and things like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. How do you think of words to say in your videos without messing up? I mess up all the time because I edit the words out. Do you know what?
How many times we messed up today, Dan?
Mate, it took us 20 minutes to record probably like a 15-minute video or a 10-minute video. So we mess up all the time. I mess up all the time. I've got like no...
How many times have I forgotten what we're saying? How many times have I forgotten the question? I've gone, constantly. What was the question?
I think we're editing this... we're editing this right now because like it's just going to take such a long time. Like we were already talking about it when we did the last video. It was like, yeah, can I just do it again? Can I do it again? We just did it.
Even the pros have to edit.
A little bit. Okay, so as a child, when did you realise that you process things differently? How did you find out that you were on the spectrum, and how did it make you feel?
Okay, so I realised that I process things differently when I, you know, I saw how other kids would respond and behave to certain situations. I just didn't really understand it, and I just couldn't like relate to why they were thinking what they were thinking and why they were feeling the way they feel. It just didn't make sense to me at all.
So have you tried weighted blankets? Do they work on high functioning adults? I actually did a video on weighted blankets. A weighted blanket company sent me a weighted blanket. I'll try and leave that link somewhere above here in a calendar in the description to that video. And it was incredible. Even though we benefited from it, we put it on the bed, and I was like, no, we were having this weighted blanket. She's like, all right. And it was incredible. Like, weighted blanket with CBD and melatonin. Best night's sleep I've ever had. True story. Have you ever tried a weighted blanket?
No.
Have you ever tried anything like compression or anything?
No.
See, something
Solve,
everyone needs to try out. Right, so...
Do females with Aspergers, autism, say rude things without meaning to? Yes, they do. I can't... Well, countless amount of times I've offended someone without meaning to, or... It's about having no filter, and... I mean, you don't mean it, do you? You don't mean it offensively, and it just comes out that way. I think it's the way people interpret it as well.
Yeah, definitely.
People misinterpret a lot, don't they?
They do, because people aren't as forgiving actually as well. They kind of like don't think, oh, maybe there's something going on there. They just think like, oh, this person's an idiot and they've said something rude. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, what is the best way to try not to mask as much at work? I get told by everyone that I seem to be managing my autism well, which is true, but the constant masking at work is exhausting and I end up in burnout.
So for me, I do what I can to manage autism at work by reducing noise levels and like just wearing my headphones, and obviously just be upfront and honest with people. Like, don't be scared to do that, because if people know, then people are going to be a little bit more patient with you, and they'll just be a little bit more understanding in general, and you'll feel less overwhelmed.
Absolutely. Okay, so we're going to hop over to the gram. Those were taken from Facebook and Twitter, so we're going to pop over to the gram now and take some questions. All right. Okay, how old were you when you were diagnosed with autism? One you?
25.
25? I was 26.
Were you?
Yeah. That's interesting.
Ah, I didn't know that.
I'm super old now. Okay, here's one for Charl. Been thinking about getting a tattoo. I was wondering if I should tell them about my autism. There's no M in it.
Okay, so I mean, I don't think it's something that you have to disclose, but if you think that there might be a chance that you're gonna get overwhelmed during the tattooing process, then yes, I probably would tell your tattooist, because they might do something that might, you know, they could help the situation. They might adjust lighting or noise level, or just do what they can to make you feel comfortable, because, you know, that is part of their job as well. So
cool. All right, and here we go. Here's the next one. What bad comments people say the most to you as a girl on the spectrum? So what are the worst comments you get? I guess that's what that's saying. As a girl on the spectrum, what are kind of the worst things? Well, I suppose it's like the same thing. Like, people say you're not autistic, or you can't have autism.
Yeah, people automatically think that...
it's only a guy thing as well.
Yeah, people automatically think that being autistic means that you have to be visibly disabled on the exterior.
Okay, here's one. So, weird assumptions people have on autistic girls specifically. In brackets, I got called fake twice, lol.
Yes, weird assumptions that I'm not really autistic. People just assume that if you look okay on the outside, if you can do your makeup really nice, and if you can, you know, make yourself look visually acceptable and aesthetically pleasing, then you can't possibly be autistic.
Yeah, mad, isn't it?
It's annoying.
That is annoying. Okay, here's one. Here's one from our friend Anna, actually, who I did a video with last week.
Hi, Anna.
And yeah, Anna, you guys need to converse. That'd be cool. We should all do a video together. That'd be cool.
Let's do it.
We could do like a full Q&A or something. I don't know, something fun. Anyway, right, here we go. Anna asked, what's the hardest thing about being a woman with autism in your opinion?
So the hardest thing about being a woman with autism is that people just are so quick to doubt your diagnosis, because you don't portray the sometimes obvious male traits.
Yeah, is that people quick to just dismiss it, I suppose?
Yeah, definitely.
Just dismissive. That's a horrible thing as well. Once you get a diagnosis and then people just dismissing it, no good. All right, let's go back to the Twitter and Facebook ones.
I find that I don't know how to ask for things, and I'm certainly not one to ask for help. Do you find this hard as well, and do you have any advice?
Okay, so the interesting thing that Charl pointed out of this is that you're actually asking for our help within asking this question, and how you've done that is by being honest.
Yeah.
So that is the difference. When people want to ask a question, especially to people of authority or something kind of like professional, they work it up in their heads, and then it becomes this thing that you can't even do. You can't pass that barrier to go and ask the question. But when you're thinking about something honestly and ask the question honestly, it flows just like that one there. So just be honest.
What are your views on the CBD products and cannabis for people on the spectrum?
Cool. Well, as you guys, if you guys are regularly here at the Aspie World, I actually take CBD daily. I take a lot of it. I'm a huge kind of supporter in it, and I have a discount code in the description below if you want to get CBD gummies, which are the ones I take. There's a code or a link in the description below where you can get some money off. But I think it's good. I think it's great for anxiety. I feel it helps a lot of people, but I do feel like it's not for everybody.
It's definitely not for me. I don't know why. It's just one of those things. And in the past, you know, I was vaping CBD oil, but it just kind of made me really, really emotional. Like I felt like my emotions were really raw. And I have no idea why, but it's not for everyone, I guess.
Right guys, thank you so much for joining us for this Q&A session with Charl Davis. I think this was really awesome. I love doing these things. If you like this type of video, please give this video a thumbs up to indicate to me that you want to see more of this type of thing, and that would be awesome. Also, if you have any more questions, leave it in the comment section below, and me and Charl will go through them and answer them as well on our accounts, so you guys will have some more feedback from us. So, until next time guys, peace.
Mwah.